Alright, hi, my name is Bryce Beller. This is my video for Milestone 2, the animation system. As you can see, I have my demo running. I have 3 humanoids right now showing, each doing a separate animation. The one on the left is doing the punch animation. Yeah, I got the one in the middle is also doing the punch animation, and the one on the right is doing the shot animation. I can switch the one in the middle between the punch and the run. So right now he's doing the run. And if I rotate the camera, here are my teddy bear models. The one on the left is doing the idle animation, and the one on the right is doing the walk animation. And then go back to these guys. So I can speed up an animation. So right now I'm speeding up the running animation. I can also slow it down. Slowing it down. And it will go in reverse. So now it's playing in reverse. I can slow it down, go back, and play it in forward. So this is my demo for my animations. I'm just going to quickly highlight some of my code and stuff. So let's do that. This is just my load content. I load both of the models here, and then I can generate a skeleton from my model. And so I have a bone reader, or not a bone reader, a B2K reader. This will parse my model for whatever chunk I want. So right now I'm getting the skeletal type, so this will get my skeleton data from my model. And then I can parse the bone list, which will then just create a bone, set its index, set its skeleton to the skeleton I passed in, and then for all of its children, it'll recursively create a new bone, set its index, set skeleton, and then again, just recursively build the skeleton. Then I can load animation data from the model as well. Just a huge parse. So that is not what I want. So my skeleton object is right now what's holding my animations, and it's also what the root of the skeleton is parented to, or childed to. Skeleton object is the parent. So this way I can move, rotate, and scale the entire skeleton as needed. So the animation is just a list of animation nodes. Each animation node just has a next and previous. It has the result of the current animation frame, and then the head of the list of frames. Each frame has a next, previous, the time, how many bones it has, and an array of those bones. And then the bones are just the position, rotation, and scale. Then I have an animate script that's attached to my game object, and this right here just lets me speed up and slow down. I animate the skeleton, and then this is for looping. So the animation is very simple. I just find the 2 buckets to use, find the time scale between them, and get 2 bones, and then lerp and slurp as needed. Yeah, so that's my engine side. My cooker side for my animation converter. My hierarchy for converting the skeleton, the bones, is basically exactly the same as in my engine for bringing it out. I just recurse through bones, and if the bone is a skeleton right here, then we add it to the list of bones to add to the model. Otherwise we just ignore it, and then we just recursively parse through all the children and do that as well. And then my animation is slightly complicated, I guess. We iterate through all of the stacks in the scene. Each stack is an animation. We set the current animation. We get the end time for the current animation. This will allow me to figure out how many frames this animation lasts. And then here we parse through this current animation, go through the layers, and right here we get the max frames from the end time of the current animation. And then we loop from 0 to this max count and generate frame data, and each frame data is just the frame number and then the number of bones and then a list of the bones. And then so in my animation parse, I also have to check if the bone is part of the skeleton, so that way the animation matches the skeleton that I have. And so there you go. That's a brief overview of my animation converter. So my cooker will generate all of these EXEs, or my cooker project will generate all of the EXEs from my model converter as well. And I basically just have this batch file that has the location of all the models I want to convert, and then we'll copy them to my engine directory that uses models. So, I mean, if I just run it, it's currently cooking all of the models. It takes a while, because I'm also generating a lot of data. So, and then it creates a log so I can see output. And then this is outputted to this content directory. This is where my engine looks for models. So it's pretty streamlined, not that difficult to run. So yeah, that was my demo. Thanks for watching.